Hey guys, Jesse here, and welcome back to my Star Wars Rebels Reaction series. Today we're moving on to Season 3, Episode 18. So, on the last episode, everyone's favorite Imperial agent, Kallus, is kind of in a rough spot now. The Empire, specifically Thrawn, found out that Fulcrum was an inside agent, and basically Kallus's entire base was then looking for him, not knowing it was actually, Kallus. He thought that he had dissuaded them from thinking that he was actually Fulcrum by throwing a random Imperial agent under the bus, but Thrawn knows. Thrawn knows that Kallus is working for the rebellion now, and Kallus is still in the lion's den of danger. Because legitimately, I think it's less dangerous to be, in an X-Wing during a dogfight than it is to be next to Thrawn when he's pissed at you. So, Kallus is in danger, and I'm worried about him because I decided a while ago that I actually liked Kallus. And I don't want him to die before he can have fun banter with the Ghost Crew and kind of join the rebellion properly. But yes, this season is very quickly ramping up. So let's go ahead and jump into this episode.
Whoever they are, Senator Organa wants them to get where they're going, and he's trusting us to get them fuel.
If he trusts us, why is he keeping us in the dark?
You know as much as I do.
No wonder Kanan volunteered for that supply run.
Imperial Senator Mon Mothma of Chandrila has shocked the Senate with her treasonous remarks against Emperor Palpatine.
I named the Emperor himself for ordering
Hey girl!
attacks on the
It's weird the fact that we're only just now seeing her.
Our peaceful world is one of countless systems helpless against his oppressive rule. We cannot allow this evil to stand.
So we're getting into
Did she really
proper
say that about the Emperor?
rebellion now.
Surprised she's still breathing.
Because the Rebel Alliance doesn't really happen without Mon Mothma. Oh wow, I wonder who these mysterious contacts are going to be then.
Maybe that's our contact.
I don't think so.
It's just gonna be
Chopper,
Senator
scan.
Jar Jar Binks.
A probe? What's it doing way out here?
Speaks Imperial. That's bad.
Is Imperial language?
I'll power down so it can't scan us. That includes you, Chopper.
Just die for a little bit. We'll, revive you. It's fine.
Nobody make a move.
Man, imagine having a button that would just knock you the fuck out immediately. That'd be so nice.
Leaves.
We can't shoot it with the power down.
Ezra, be ready.
Just say when.
The ghost ship
Move a bit closer.
pretty much looks like junk. Maybe we'll just
a
think
little
it's
bit
trash.
closer.
Now!
How'd you miss? How did you miss? It was 5 feet away from you.
Thanks, quick.
And you're fucked.
Whoa, who's that?
Oh,
Never mind, stay on target!
Phoenix Leader, this is Gold Squadron. We catch you at a bad time?
And this is Captain Vander. He leads Gold Squadron.
This is Ezra and Zeb. And Chopper.
Captain Vander is definitely from
Please understand.
the original trilogy. That's a 70s haircut if I've ever seen one.
We've heard a lot about you, Phoenix Squadron.
You have?
Yeah, you blew up the comm tower on Lothal and Tarkin's Star
Well,
Destroyer.
Tarkin did
The
that.
tower wasn't us.
Yeah, they do blow up a lot of stuff
You
though.
might think twice before you pull another stunt like that. The Imperials have tightened security throughout the entire Outer Rim as a result. You're making things harder for all of us.
So you're not supposed to
We
do
don't
shit?
mind doing things the hard way.
Let's have this argument another time. Your little
Gold Leader, we have enemy contact. Imperial cruiser and fighters.
Move to intercept. I'm on my way.
Gold 2 is down.
Zeb, get her to medical, and then get on the guns.
Form up a defensive perimeter. We have got to protect our transport from that cruiser.
Get everyone off the transport and on the coast, now!
Oh
Let us be of
Mothma!
assistance,
Gasp!
Captain.
I could have never have guessed this. It is cool to see her though.
Gold Leader, we need a diversion.
Copy. Gold Squadron, follow my lead.
I'm right behind you.
Take your shot, kid.
Oh. Man, there's something about this episode that feels very original trilogy. Something about like just the visuals and it's the sound design, I think. Hearing a lot of the original beeps and boops. We also got call signs. Love it. Still no X-Wings though.
This is my crew, Zeb Aurelios, and out there in one of your bombers, Ezra Bridger.
I know of young Mr. Bridger, and I thank you, Captain Aurelius.
We saw your speech on the holonet. You really let the Emperor have
His
it.
reputation gets around.
Which words had more of an impact? No hiding. My presence at the meeting is not optional.
You mean the meeting?
Ask and I trust them to get me there. We're in the process of building an alliance, uniting the various rebel cells across the galaxy.
Oh shit.
Challenge to the Emperor.
We're here.
Call to stand ag-
I know a way to sneak you out of the sector. Senator, we'll get you to that meeting.
Give them the coordinates to Dantooine.
Dantooine? So we're talking about KOTOR, Jedi Enclave, Dantooine, right?
So I've readied my new prototype and our best pilot to hunt down and capture this rogue senator.
Grand Admiral, allow me the honor of silencing her.
You seem a little too enthusiastic there, ma'am. Either you're very murdery or you're trying to suck up to Thrawn.
As you wish, Grand Admiral.
Sometimes I envy pilots like you, traveling through the stars. You can always leave your problems far behind you.
Can't imagine you running from your problems.
In space, your problems have a tendency to follow you and shoot you
And we are
quite often.
The Emperor has crushed freedom over the years, bit by bit. I've opposed him where I could, but I've begun to see that the fight cannot be won in the Senate.
It's hard to fight in the Senate against the Senate.
The Archeon Nebula. There's stars forming in there. Get too close and you'll burn up.
I can handle it. Hera taught me a few tricks. She's the best around.
Since when do ties have hyperdrives?
Oh no.
God, that thing's ugly. I wonder what the canon reason for it not being used later is going to be. Because you don't really see anything like that in the original trilogy, thankfully. Like, I always thought TIE fighters couldn't have hyperdrives. That's why the X-Wings always gave Rebels a fighting advantage.
Close formation. We might be able to lose him in the nebula.
God, I always love the backgrounds in the show.
And disable your proton torpedoes.
Why?
They've been known to ignite the gas in clouds like these.
So something's gonna explode in this episode, good to know.
They're too fast. We can't outrun them.
Ain't over yet. Gold Leader, stay tight. We're going in close to that forming star. Put all power in your deflector screens.
Yeah, let's just get close to a star.
You got one.
God, that would be the worst way to go. Like, you'd just be boiled alive? Steamed like a delicious lobster?
We're burning up.
He'll be back. And that star took its toll. We're losing power.
Hera got a new problem. Two of them.
Chop, get me emergency power.
That legitimately sounded like he said fuck off. I just assumed that Chopper's vocabulary is 90%
Hail the rebel ship.
just cuss words.
Now submit or be destroyed.
Very well.
She'll never keep her word.
I know. I'm stalling her while you figure out a plan.
I'll take what I can get. Keep working.
Well, if anyone knows how to stall for time, it's a senator.
Gold Leader, I'm bringing him right to you. Be ready with that ion cannon. Fire when I tell you.
Overconfident little bastard.
You must understand I cannot allow others to pay the price for my actions.
Charging the hyperdrive. Just another few moments.
Your requests are denied, Senator. Prepare to be boarded.
Chop! Divert all power to the engines.
I'm gonna fly right through your sights.
What if I hit you?
He can't, so you won't either.
Ow.
And fire! Oh, you got him!
He'll recover from that ion blast, but you bought us some time.
Yeah,
Get out of here and find the ghost.
well, he'll recover as long as he doesn't, you know, fall into the sun.
Ezra, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Oh, great.
That was a very genuine reaction.
Kid, charge your ion cannon and arm your proton torpedoes.
Proton torpedoes.
And this is when
Negative,
this
do not attack
blows
the Star
up.
Destroyers. Fire at the nebula.
The nebula.
Of course. Remember what Harris said about firing torpedoes in the nebula?
I understand, Phoenix Leader.
Yeah,
Going in.
it was like 5 minutes ago. Don't need a reminder.
Well, no.
God, this show really likes its flame effects.
Make your jump now.
Ready to transmit, Senator.
Let's just hope someone's listening. This is Senator Mon Mothma. I've been called a traitor for speaking out against a corrupt galactic senate. A senate manipulated by the sinister tactics of the Emperor. Stifling our freedoms in the name of ensuring our safety. No longer. Despite Imperial threats, despite the Emperor himself, I have no fear as I take new action. Beginning today, we stand together as allies. I hereby resign from the Senate to fight for you, not from the distant halls of politics, but from the front lines. Are you with me?
Oh. I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was just awkward silence. No. Oh my god. Sorry. That actually gave me chills.
Look how many there are.
This, my friends, this is our rebellion.
So that was my reaction to Season 3, Episode 18 of Star Wars Rebels, Secret Cargo. I've been waiting a long time to see when the Rebel sects actually become the Rebel Alliance. Because as much as I do love, like, the Ghost Crew and, like, their individual stories, I have been wanting to see, like, these small groups become the organization that we know and love in the original trilogy. And we are just getting to, like, the very beginning of that. And I'm wondering how that's gonna, like, affect, like, the Ghost Crew going forward and what's going to, like, change. It's also nice to actually see Mon Mothma show up. I feel like she's kind of an underutilized character in more mainstream Star Wars projects. Like, I know she appears a lot in, like, extended canon, but I feel like 99% of people who watch the original trilogy don't really know that she exists. I also think the only reason I was even, like, originally aware of Mon Mothma as a character is because she's one of 3 female characters in the original trilogy, along with Leia and Aunt Beru. And so yeah, even though she just is very much basically an unnamed background character in the original trilogy, she does kind of stand out. And then I think I became more aware of her whenever Rogue One came out, and she actually has, you know, speaking lines. And also she makes an appearance in the prequels as well. And so I think I just ended up like doing research and like reading some stuff about her and how she is one of like the founding members of the Rebel Alliance along with Bail Organa, at least on the senator side. And the politics of the rebellion are like a huge portion of it, even though we don't really, you know, dive into that often, mostly because the dogfights and the shootouts are much more visually interesting. But yeah, I hope you see more of her. It does look like she was voiced by the actress who plays her in the prequels and Rogue One. I always enjoy that when they bring back the voice actors of these characters, no matter how small, for, you know, animation roles. It just lends some authenticity to it and kind of helps bridge the performances. Yeah, I definitely, though, feel like the more and more we get into this series, the more it feels like the original trilogy, and obviously that's because we're actually getting closer to the timeline, but the more characters from the original trilogy show up, even if they're like super minor, we're getting closer to the aesthetic of the original trilogy. We even saw Gold Leader in this episode. The thing is, I immediately recognized him as like a Star Wars character, even though I don't think I could legitimately name him. But you can always tell in this show when characters are based off real people versus designed for the show. And there's just some aesthetic principles that only can come from the original trilogy. They look so 70s. Just so 70s. And that's like a major design principle that you have to follow when creating characters for the original trilogy of Star Wars, is that they all have to have 70s haircuts and just incredible mustaches. Also, just looking up this dude, I always think it's funny. When you look up a character that has like 2 lines of dialogue in the original trilogy, and then you go to their Legends Wikipedia page, and it's like 12 pages long, and they have like a name and a home planet and a tragic backstory. And someone loves Gold Leader enough to write about him. Someone gave him the name John Vander. And someone knows deep in their heart, like just it's in their brain, that Gold Leader's name is John Dutch Vander. And I think that is delightful and something that you only really get in Star Wars. Another character that I'm getting like more and more curious about, it's this one on like the Imperial side, is Governor Pryce. She seems like a very interesting character. She intrigues me. I'm trying to figure out like her reason for being so loyal to the Empire, because it definitely feels like she's very gung-ho about this whole thing. Because some Imperials are doing it for money, some of them are doing it for power, some of them actually believe in the cause, some don't. So, I mean, she seems just very stereotypically lawful evil, but she very quickly volunteered herself for this mission. And I'm really wondering if it is she wants to prove herself, or she enjoys hunting down the Ghost Crew and she very much wants to wipe out the rebellion on a personal level, or if it's something else. Like, I want to know how much she actually believes in the Empire, or how much it is just using the Empire to justify her own evil behavior. And I get just generally bad vibes from her. It might be the like extreme bowl cut she has, which is not working for her at all. But you know what? I judged Kallus very harshly for his mutton chops in season 1, so you know what? Maybe she'll be able to turn it around as well. She feels good and truly evil. But also, I said that about Kallus as well, and he did kick one of his subordinates into an unending pit in season 1. So it's really hard to tell But that was my reaction to Season 3, Episode 18 of Star Wars Rebels Secret Cargo. If you like this reaction, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and keeps me motivated to keep making more of these. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.